You know, this yam, this edos, this dasheen that you grew on your farm is going to feed a family. Nobody could really pay you for that. That nourishment that you spend in the soil and you're toiling and you dig in the ground and you get this cassava. Could somebody really pay you for that? Like, think about it, and I always ask people that. Yes, there's a cost attached to it, but is that farmer really being paid the right due? Could you really put a cost to it is what I'm saying, you know? To me, my message is always give that farmer the respect, the honor, the dignity that he and she deserves for bringing the nation's food and bringing it healthy, bringing it secure, and bringing it consistently.
Good morning, Foodie Farm. Well, as you could probably tell by the title, today we heading down Siparia with the man himself, Mr. Alpha Sennon, you know, WhyFarm it.
Yeah, man. Blessing love to all the Foodie Nation family out there, man.
Yeah, so, you know, we're going to do a little agri/food tour, culture. You know, we're going to check out the place and then see what Siparia is all about. I had to link up with Alpha because, you know, he's a man on the ground. Literally on the ground.
Literally on the ground. Yeah. Literally in the dashing bush patch.
Yeah.
On the ground.
So stick around. We're going to check out a few vendors, you know, some of the local spots. We're going to tour Alpha's garden, you know, see what he have growing. Get a little more insight into what Siparia is all about, you know. Maybe we'll go and check out a little steel pan, you know, eat some pizza. Vibes a little bit in the pan yard.
You can come to Siparia and I go to the last stop where the Daltons Steel Orchestra is housed right now, where the train is to turn around and go back up to Port of Spain, where you go hear more about that history, that culture, and that legacy later on.
So, Alpha, for people looking on who may not be familiar with you and your work, tell me a little bit about WhyFarm it and your whole journey and how we come to present day.
WhyFarm was founded literally 10 years ago. We launched in Tobago World Food Day 2015. And the whole idea at that point in time was, how do we bring young people into agriculture and how do we keep them and sustain them into agriculture? But you know, as anything else, we must start with why. Because if they don't understand that why, they're going to know how and they're going to know what. You know, one of my online mentors, Simon Sinek, always says, always begin with why with everything what you do. So I was in India doing a training course, you know, I like to take up opportunities all around the world. And, you know, that's inspiration, the word or the name WhyFarm came into being. I wrote it down and I started to build on it when I returned to Trinidad. And the whole idea is, the Y stands for We Help Youth Farm. But before we help them farm, they have to know WhyFarm. In Siparia, we have our farm, but we do a lot of outreach to schools, communities. Schools visit us on the farm. We have a very, very high population of schools that visit our farm on a weekly basis. We do a lot of career days. But what is most amazing about us is that we created something special that has really brought us on the map globally. You know, and this is something we realized that there must be an adventure to encourage youth in agriculture, starting with our main character, who's branded as the world's most powerful food provider. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, drum roll, we created the Agri Man. An Agri Man would say this: boys and girls, I'm the Agri Man. To feed the world is my master plan. If you plant one tree, you could eat for free. This will guarantee food security. From field to farm, let's let it sprout. Soon we'll see an end to drought. Once we all grow what we need, soon the whole world we can feed. Man, Agri Man.
Alright, Alpha, where we stop up there, way?
So we are Black's double spot here, right? Syne Village, right before Power Gen. My big bacchanal when I say this online, but to me, this is the best doubles around. This is where I just stop and get my fix on mornings. Every morning, you know, but most mornings when I pass in and I feel for it now, as any typical Trini, you know? Yeah. Listen.
Same things.
Yeah. Have a nice bara.
And they're frying it fresh.
Frying it fresh. Yeah. This is one of the Ital shops, you know, when you're making your way into Siparia Village proper.
Right.
All this is Syne Village, you know? So even myself and all, I will come here and get my yam, cassava, thing always boiling here. Yeah. So you've seen plantain to coconuts to pineapple, and you know, enough time you get real nice banana, chiquito fig, silk fig, you name it. I just call this the Ital Shop, you know, and where everything, the price is right, you know, so we enter into Siparia, and this provision stuff here is ideal for Saturdays.
Where is this we looking at, the Alpha?
Yeah, so Daisy Voisin, you know, the parang queen of the world, cultural icon of Siparia who have really paved a pathway for musical excellence in the town of Siparia. You know, and we honor the Queen Daisy Voisin by the statue, and this is actually an entire hub named after her called the Daisy Voisin Hub. You know, and I want all the youths out there today to know of these people, to know of the excellence that is within, you know, the musical ingenuity that is herself the Queen Daisy Voisin. Parang music and Daisy Voisin goes synonymous, you know.
So we in Siparia now?
Yeah, we're in the heart of Siparia, High Street Siparia. This is actually Siparia Borough week as well, eh? So a lot of action is happening. I know there was a big fete last night. I think there's a next fete tonight, you know. Last week was the Juve and all of that, you know. Plenty action is taking place as we speak. So we're making our rounds around the Irwin Park Savannah. The Savannah itself is under some construction right now. And it's looking like they're preparing for an event there as well, probably tonight. Over on this side here is really the cycling track.
Cycling velodrome,
cricket, football, there's basketball, there's a pool as well too.
What?
Over on the other side. There'll be a pool over here.
Oh.
Yeah, nice big pool. Nice big, assuming Olympic size pool.
I never realized it had so many sporting facilities right here.
Mm-hmm.
I was past and see the stadium, but I never really knew it had any back here, you know?
Once growing up in my time and in Siparia, you grew up in that pool, everybody know how to swim. But you know, holidays time, you had the little swimming classes, and that's the important things of having these kind of facilities now.
Yeah.
The cycling track, the basketball. Yeah, we grew up on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Everybody could do a little something in every little area. And that's important for the youth development, man. You know, we can't underestimate the importance of it and just treat it as a by-the-way thing.
That's true.
And they say, well, schoolwork, because that is schoolwork. The sport in the academics, the music in the academics, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the education. Heart of Siparia, the epicenter of it, the business places, the fast food outlets. You know, they get fruits, get everything. One in Siparia, premier joints for breakfast and lunch, Lisa's food place, you know. I have had them a couple of times, but I've heard it's a big hit. A lot of people shop there to get their daily breakfast, especially, and their lunch. I think it's a wide variety of things. Let me go in and let me see what they have to offer today.
Good day, good day. Are you Miss Lisa?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and what do you have on the menu today?
So we have cow heel soup, pigtail soup, beef soup. We have a little white rice, callaloo, provision, pigeon peas, yellow noodles, macaroni pie, stewed chicken, service with a smile, extra fresh salad.
Are you open every day?
From Monday to Saturday. We
Monday
have
to
breakfast
Saturday.
from 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
We have all these stuff like coconut bake, fry bake, sada,
Right.
and like 20 different sides.
Talk to me about your location. Where are we located? How can people find you?
We just say like this is just High Street, briefly opposite Subway.
Right.
And if you're coming from Penal side, is right after Mohammed's bookstore.
Okay.
So this was the family house. We all grew up. Back of this house and to the side was always the little garden. And over the years, you know, we just expand, going back and do a road to the side to get access road and whatnot. The family was under some renovation now to eventually turn it into a bed and breakfast.
Okay, okay.
We enter into WhyFarm here now. Got the sign there.
So this is the WhyFarm.
Yeah, you know, so we are the WhyFarm headquarters, we call it, where all the education goes down, the food production goes down, agro-processing and you name it, you know, agro-tourism. People come here and spend the day, cook, have fun, you know, bring the family out and do nice tours around the farm and that kind of thing. Always have something to eat, you know, because we're on a farm, whether it may be some pomsity, pomerac, mango, whatever in season, you know, we have it. Grass is the new gas and the soil is the new oil. Every time you come on WhyFarm, you'll see bags of grass that we actually collect from on the farm, and then even sometimes on the road randomly we pick up grass. And this is to really be used as manure, as mulch and as fertilizer. So we leave this grass to break right down and we spread it across the beds. And what it really does during the dry season is to hold the moisture, you know, on the bed to keep the plant cool, you know. So I would definitely say, try it, you go like it. Let's collect your grass today and you go like it, you'll thank me later. We grew a variety of crops: lettuce, patroy, pimento, dashing bush, pumpkin, okra, right? And that makes up our callaloo pack right there. We do a little bit of hot pepper too, but we also have a pimento powder line called Candy's Spices, all natural, no additives, no MSG, nothing. Right? We manufacture and process that right here and distribute it right here. People all across the US and Canada, UK, they order it. We have made it our business to try and go back into the old time days and get those trees that people ask you about. Where's the rambutan? Where's this? Where's that? So we try to get those trees and we plant them. Chiquito fig and plantain, and we have soursop. Some of it in large quantities, some of it to ensure that we have the tree that we could show people when they come, hey, this is what a soursop tree look like. And that's very important. Just to get people reminded, and especially youth, to know how important it is to know these tree crops. About 3 knocks, probably 2 knocks. One more. And let me see how we're going with this fella here. Talk now. This is where chocolate come from. From the bean to the bar. And there's the bean right now. This is like the perfect dessert for after lunch. Talk now. Nobody pay this. This is what our Caribbean snack should be. Natural, local. Buy local, be loyal.
So this is the Siparia Market.
Yeah, it's a Siparia Market. This place does come alive on a Sunday. You know, market is not just, well, you come and buy food, but it's like a kind of weekly meetup for people now.
Right.
They come out on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
You know, but it's our vibes. It's coming together, the community. What vibes? Sennon, Beckles, all that in one.
It's like the mayor of Siparia. Everybody stopping here.
Nah, man, so it's just love. Treat people good, man. So we're in the heart of Siparia right now. You know, we dealing with some of the folks on the streets. The faces you must know when you pass through Siparia. More be your coconut water, you name it. But I go take a pang and passion. I go take our water.
Especially on the 12 hours.
Yeah.
I run in 24 hours.
Hey.
Natural. We are nice ancha, we are tamarind mango.
Yeah, so
And ancha and thing.
when you're in Siparia and you're looking for honey, Mario's organic, authentic honey in front of Stop and Shop most times is where you have to come and get your honey now. But this is no watered down, mix up kind of thing. The man himself, look him right here. Watch the face.
The best avocados we have here today, you can get for all prices, as well as $10 and up here. And you don't know, we have little small things like pimento, little small plants. We just have everything on the corner, but today really have nothing now, bro.
Cuz, talk to me about your bunches and things now.
Yeah, well, pleasant good day. This is Cameron here, also known as Mr. and Miss Cam's Exotic Punches. You know, from South located, South Borders, do deliveries all over. Banana, 4 different mixes with beetroot, any one of my punches, or I could get alcohol only by request. I have pawpaw, I have pumpkin, I have green fig, you know, so I could get at me. 393-5807, that is my business number. Mr. and Mrs. Cam's Exotic Punches.
Mom, how you going today?
Wonderful.
Be here all the time?
Every day except on a Sunday. Sunday at the market.
And people can come and get their fresh fruits and stuff. See some of the
Every day.
plants and things too.
Yeah. And now started doing this plant stuff. I here from 7, sometimes 6:30. Yeah, until 5.
Until 5. Oh, so whole day.
Yeah.
Where exactly we located?
We are located in High Street, Siparia, opposite Unique Bookstore.
Opposite Unique Bookstore.
Just to understand when people say home cooked food, what it means in them. Yeah, when you're getting home cooked food at a restaurant.
Right, we are at Zenga's restaurant in Siparia, where we do the best lunches in the borough of Siparia. There is none to contest. Right? As the customer says, say it a little louder. We do the best lunches in Siparia and environ. So you can get a wide variety of lunches. Chinese, Indian, local, and anything that will be requested on the day. We have desserts also. We recently moved to this location. It was in a smaller space. People is pleased with it, so we just billing at that.
It really means that you take the time and cook it now. Put all the herbs and all the seasonings into it, you know?
The fresh local seasons make all the difference.
Make all the difference, yeah.
Ital Shop, so we in Massey. I see like they have a big special going on, so we kind of had a tucking in our aisle here.
Yeah.
Tell me, this is the only Massey they could find this?
Nah, basically this is available in several Massey stores across the country.
Okay.
Siparia, Point Fortin, Gullview, Couva, Chaguanas, Alice Glen, Broadway, shops of Harima. Yeah, who am I forgetting? Point Fortin, yeah. So Marabella as well too, you know. So Agriman Kalu Park, we have the Agriman Provision Park, we have the Agriman Karaili Park, the Seasoning Park, you know. And most of the, you know, the fresh vegetables, the lettuce, the tomatoes, you know, we supply all of that as well too. So I must take the opportunity to really big up Marcy Stores for seeing the opportunity for us to partner with local farmers like myself to be able to provide such fresh vegetables, packaged nicely, labeled nicely on the shelf for people. And trust me, this is a hit. Siparia people love it. People all over love it. You know how it's packaged. You all see the farm and you all saw fresh dashing bush, you know.
La Divina Pastora.
Yeah, known for many things, you know. A lot of people pass through to do pilgrims at you know, the La Divina. It's well known around, surrounding the Siparia Mai for Siparia Fete time where they do the procession, and a lot of people, I think this year they're celebrating the Jubilee 2025. So a lot of people visit this time of the year as well too, from all over the country, probably even from the Caribbean as well. I think people visit. So yeah, welcome to Del Pino's Ranch. Car come Siparia and they're passed through by Del Pino's Ranch. Trust me, it's really a home away from home.
Right, well, this is a little ranch Del Pino, our little ranch here. It started just normal because at the time changing, I think we used to go all over and the wife used to go all over, fishing, beach and things. This is what we like and I'll bring it home for her. So we started with this pond. I dig this pond, put in some fish for us, the fishing and lime and thing. This is how the little run started. But it started was for the wife to have a safe place to do her thing.
And relax.
Yes, and relax. We have the far side, we have the dirt oven, and you could come across on this side here. People come and do a lot of cooking and liming and thing. And this is a brand here.
Hey man,
this is some of the things we produce here. The mangoes, you know. Some of the little produce.
All this come off your land?
Yeah. The garden is up that way.
Okay.
A little higher up. It's a little pool. And people come and enjoy themselves here because it's just one group at a time here. So when you come, you know, you just relax.
Okay, so people could call you and come and book the space, have the little party.
Yes, birthday party, people, Mother's Day, Indian arrival day, people just come and bustle on them. They do a lot of cooking and thing here too.
Right.
And then what happened to us is one family at a time. When your kids get in here with no strangers, they're leaving. It's designed for things like that. Because sometimes when you go between people, you're turning shy. They doesn't enjoy the day.
True.
But here, they're free to do what they want. You bring your pets, you bring everything here. Here is yours for the day.
So how can people get in contact with you?
My number is 346-8903. This is a grub. It bursts out. It was, you know, it bursts out.
Can't be that.
You know, they could come here for that experience, and that's what it is. So people want options, people want different places, they want to do the same thing over and over. Go Coral River every weekend, that's all they're doing for the past so much. You know, you want to go somewhere else. They can drive down south, you know.
Yeah, well, welcome to Siparia, first of all, you know, give thanks and praise for the blessing and the opportunity. This is a Zion Organic Farm. My name is Soul. It's really a family project where we move from agriculture to marrying it with some level of ecotourism, where you could be a host and allow others to experience the natural liberty of the environment and have a space for rejuvenation, as well as all the different fruits in season, you know. So whether it's plums, mangoes, cherries, avocados, sugarcane, you know, guavas, even the medicinal, you know, the wild senna, the fever grass, and then the roots like the tipitambo and the yams and stuff. It's all about creating a space where a natural Trinidad liberty could bubble, you know.
Yeah, man.
Every row have trees, you know. These avocado, he done being already. If you look low down, you'll see you already have inside them. This one is sugar apple, starch mango, and Daisy velvet skin apple I'm telling you about here. So if you check the skin out, it's like velvet, you know, but native to the Philippines.
Serious?
So it's similar to us, so it grows beautiful here. So when it's ready like this, you get pink.
Yes.
You see? So yeah, apples in Trinidad, you see? Pretty amazing, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, so this is like a exotic fruit.
That's incredible.
And then we have the ruku. This was native to the Amerindians.
Yeah.
They used to use that for the paint and stuff.
Right.
And then after for food, you know. And then in the Creole dishes, they use that as a flavor for fish when they're stewing the fish and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
This one here is the Brazilian cherry right here. So you watch closely, right? You see that? Yeah, all the time it's just coexistent, lime, breadfruit, you know. So it's just really also in the subconscious showing the youth and them it have a future, you know, because everything is something.
Yeah.
Mangoes, oranges. So once you can mine trees, you can really live. And more so now if you could take it where it could be processed, where it could be presented as food.
Yeah.
So you're dashing and dashing, bush with the steam breadfruit. Yeah, it's just opportunities. You'll have avocados with it, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, all the natural, you could pass and pick your sapodillas when they come out your cabin and whatever way we could contribute to, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just like to show the negative side. So much positive is taking place, so much to be thankful for, you know.
For real.
Yeah, Trinidad is wonderful, bridge. Because just the climate alone for these things to survive, you know.
Yeah.
We have to be so thankful because it's war out there and it's bombs and it's hurricane and storm and tsunami and, you know. Of course, though, it's a little labor intensive, and then when you add the flora to it with natural flora out with lilies and stuff, you see peace lily and the anthuriums and stuff, it's a space where anyone could come and just have a moment, you know.
True.
So welcome to bamboo cabin, you know, in Trinidad. Enough man I live under bamboo patch and a two galvanized and not have no house. However, the real opportunity to show others how we can, you know, live in a bamboo cabin and have it as elegant and as comfort, and, you know. And then you have your natural amenities like a 5-star, you have your washroom and your toilet and bath and stuff.
Everything.
Yeah, so you can live there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do it in the jungle. You have a little kitchenette down in this corridor too.
So you don't have nothing to worry about?
No, and we still we have a cracker and stand and thing to where you could pop your cracker outside, and we can't really cater for the big city crowd, but we like to maintain more adult, you know, family-oriented environment for learning and growth now, you know. Peel it if you want to put them out next day, velvet, you know.
Locally grown apples.
Yes. Give thanks for the climate now. You could import something, have a kind of peach, guava kind of finish here. Yeah. Another fruit you introduced to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, boy.
You ain't coming vain. And then the cherries, well, you like the Brazilian cherries, but I guess the bigger ones you see in the grocery, probably chemicals and stuff.
Ital Shop.
Home is where the heart is, and right now we are the home of Heritage Petroleum Siparia Deltons, which is the last stop. And why is it the last stop? Because this is the place where the train long ago is to come, turn around and go back up to Port of Spain.
Yeah.
So the original goods shed is still there. It houses our pan, our instruments today, and this has turned into a place of heritage, legacy, music, art, innovation, entrepreneurship, you name it. At Deltons, we ensure innovation continues, ingenuity, sustainability, and entrepreneurship. So one of the projects that we created a couple of years ago is Railway Pizza. Probably I didn't mention that we are on Railway Road Siparia. Right? So we are Railway Pizza, we are Railway Garden. And the whole idea behind the pizza is continuing the same wavelength of upcycling, recycling, you know, and creating something out of nothing. The oven for the pizza is old base pans that we would probably usually use for dustbin, you know, or water collection. But we decided to repurpose it and turn it into an oven, and we use, you know, like chip up wood and whatnot to be able to light the fire, and you get that roasted, crunchy, crispy kind of pizza taste. But also the innovation I done there, we decided that we want to kind of continue the legacy of our Panorama songs over the years and name different pizzas after different Panorama songs.
Right.
You know, so we have as a Trini, we have I'm Not Drunk, we have Meeting Place. Of course, that Meeting Place is real meat. And different songs over the years that we kind of use to tell stories via this pizza. In 2023, we played Meeting Place for Panorama, and this is the pizza here that we are going to eat right now, called the Meeting Place Pizza. Of course, it's full of all kind of meat, loaded. Who would think eating from an old base pan oven, smoky? Well, you tell them, you tell them.
Smoky, nice crisp.
Cheesy.
Just right among the cheese, toppings. Nice
Meeting place all there. Railway pizza. This is how we culminate the day at the last stop at Siparia Deltoons. You heard the music, you saw the youth, you saw their sweat, you saw their desire to want to be excellent. At the end of the day, we fellowship with food. And it's important to understand how important food really is. After all the food that we talk about whole day, you know, we sit amongst our table, fellowship, we say our prayer. We don't only play together, we also pray together, and we also eat together. So this is the Deltoons Institute of Steel Drums and Music. We are the last stop, and this is Railway Pizza. Visit Siparia. Love to all the Foodie Nation fam. When you all see this video, like it, share it, subscribe to the page, and last but not least, visit Siparia. Come on down to the last stop.